Hi, welcome to Yellow Slate, your very own school search engine that allows you to find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today, we have Mr. Srinivasan, whose kids are studying in Birla Open Minds International School in Kollur. Let's talk to him and understand his perspective about the school. Hi, Mr. Srinivasan. Thank you so much for joining us. Great. Mr. Srinivasan, can you tell us your overall opinion about the school before we go into the other aspects, finer details about the school?
Yes. I moved to Hyderabad last year. Okay, I was in Chennai and moved with family to Hyderabad, and I have two kids. The elder one is a son who is studying in class 12 right now, and my younger one is daughter who is studying in class 3. So when I came here last year, and in fact I got admissions all through virtual when it was a COVID time, right? So we moved last year to both my son and daughter in Birla. So my son was put on class 11 and my daughter was in class 2 at that time. Yeah. So, and I was searching for various schools, through online, right? Because we were in Chennai and their overall, reception and the way, the school management approached us and it was quite a, pleasing experience. And we were quite happy, that we can put our child into the school. So that was our first experience. Right. So now they are in second year, both my son and daughter. This is their second year, in academics. So, yeah, and both are doing very good. And that's what it is.
So what are those factors? Because you chose the school online without coming to the school. What are those factors that made you get convinced that this is a school for my kid?
Right. So primarily, I was looking for a single school for both of my kids. So that is the main first objective. Okay. So in some schools, you may get admission for my daughter, but not son, and vice versa. So because of, admissions, right? The number of people and other restrictions. So, and here, of course, we approached, I think during January or February, before the academic year. And my son was in class 10 at that time. So for my daughter, I got the first admission. And for my son, after his exams are over, we got the admissions in the school.
Got it.
So that is one of the main reasons, yeah.
Great. So, Mr. Srinivasan, what's the fee structure of the school like for both your son and also daughter? And can you also tell us which syllabus are they going to?
Yes. Yeah. So both are doing CBSE. I think we have CAIE also here, right? Cambridge one. Because my son was in CBSE and daughter was in CBSE, I wanted to continue the same curriculum. The fees for my son right in this year, it is the tuition fees comes to 2,80,000 or 82,000, exactly. And apart from that, we have this transport fees. So we have our own transport, so we have not opted for school bus this year. So otherwise, school bus, it depends on the distance, right? In terms of 10 kilometers, about 10 and all those milestones kind of thing. So roughly it comes to 60,000 if you look at transport as an option. And then from this year, the food was made optional. It was compulsory until last year in the school for all the kids. So, and the food per annum, it was roughly 46,000. Yeah, that's the school food fees.
Got it. And what about the fee structure for the younger kid?
A younger one for class 3, it is 2,20,000 tuition fees. So the other transport and food are same, irrespective of the grade actually. So there are some minor differences in the food, but otherwise it is almost same.
Got it. And Srinivasan, how's the academic orientation of the school in comparison with the previous school that he studied in? How is it at Birla Open Minds?
Yeah. So in terms of academics, if I have to mention that, the education is imparted, I would say, holistically, in terms of the overall objective in mind, not with respect to any specific subject and things like that. And for my son, it is he was able to cope up because he moved from Chennai and then came here, right? So we have this language and other issues. And it is a CBSE, so we did not have an issue in the curriculum per se. And also the teachers, staff, management, all were really cordial and it was a seamless experience for both my son and daughter in this one. And education for my daughter also, now I feel that she has gained good confidence and she's able to collaborate and mingle with people quite freely. Because this is a multicultural location, right? So if you look at Hyderabad, so we have different people. So it was initially probably first 1 or 2 months it was a bit different, but now she's quite used to it, and also the support of the management is extremely good.
Got it. And speaking about the management, how accessible are they generally in case if you have any questions or concerns? Is it easy to reach out to the management or the teachers for that matter?
Yeah, so we have this app which Birla has for all the students. So in case we want to reach, right, we drop a message in that app and then get their appointment to meet the respective teachers. So so far with my experience here, I did not have any issue. Even if I want to speak to any, let's say, subject teacher, so I could just send a message in the app and then get their appointment to speak to them.
Got it. And Mr. Srinivasan, how would you rate the school on scale of 10, with 10 being the highest?
Yeah. I would rate 8.5 to 9 in the overall scale of 10.
Got it. And before we wind it up, Mr. Srinivasan, in case you have to refer this school to someone else, would you refer Birla Open Minds? And also, to conclude, what are the areas that the school can still get better at? Okay.
Yeah, so certainly I would refer to whatever known sources. Even some of my colleagues in my company were asking. So yeah, I told them, this is one of the good schools you can look at. In terms of the improvement areas, if you are asking, right? So this is in general, maybe not specific to Birla alone. What I feel, right? So we have so many activities in the school, right? Curricular, co-curricular, all are good. But what is missing, right? In our days, we used to have a period called MI. MI, this is a period. So it's called moral instructions or moral education. So that's one of the periods that we used to have, in our days, which basically, it talks about our culture, values, and what we should do, what we should not. So that it's good, to start inculcating, in the early age, which I don't see any school. It's not specific to Birla alone. Maybe if Birla could be, a leader under this one, right, to have a period like that, where it talks about the moral instructions and moral values, of our ecosystem, culture, values. So that would help, in the long run, and that also would be a differentiating factor, because every school does curricular, co-curricular, right? So it's like a common platform for. So this could be one differentiating point in terms of value to the school.
So that's a quite valid point, Mr. Srinivasan. Thank you so much for your time, and a lot of points that you just mentioned will be of great help for other parents who are looking for good schools in Financial District and Kollur area. Thank you so much once again for your time.